visiting sideline, their head coach. His team lost last time out, trying to turn things around this time. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with those guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one. And look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can always see that in the key inactives for this game. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down, 3 to go.
That's a gain of 7.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this a slight improvement over the previous play. They're going to lose yardage, but not gain it any either. It's 3rd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal.
50-yard attempt.
This from an even 50 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good. And his guys will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. You're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
He'll start at the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job of keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the 4th quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Howard. Open man, left side. He's got it. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he's able to push
his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Howard. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First down, Chicago.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. He fields it at the 8. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
26-yard line.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's in game 7.
Now, on 3rd and 2, the blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. Want the Cards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. And he will not be able to get away. Good work. Getting in there to force him out of bounds. It's a loss of a couple. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. 3-all is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Again, it's Benson. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Benson. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. They're going to go play action with Howard. That's to the right side, caught by the crowd. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
First down, Chicago.
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
Harrison Jr. A gain of 15.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and you're able to force them down for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will take a 6-3 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 40. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Now, faking the give. He'll get this run to his fullback. try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go again with Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Chicago.
1st down, Chicago.
From the gun, it's Howard. They'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Howard. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. 2nd down, it's Howard. They'll work this out wide to Benson. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Chicago.
Howard back to the air one more time. He pulls it in around the 5. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I will be right back after this from the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal. McBride is the motion man. Play action, it's Howard. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Benson will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors move out in front, 13-3. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. Second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. Short, complete to Likely. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Hill looks to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 18. That's good.
Back to the air one more time. Open receiver is Emeka Egbuka. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Orlando first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Now he takes off. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal.
A 21-yard
This,
attempt.
about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So the 2 teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on the Saints. And then
third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Howard. He'll find his tight end, McBride. It's No chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. A run out of the gun with Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can only see that in the key inactives for this game. Throwing on third down is Howard. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by White. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. Sending it downfield for Likely. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Orlando. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They're going to go play action with Howard. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. They try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught left side by Likely. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Now give on the ground. And he'll have enough to move the chain. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, faking the give. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. He's going to keep this again. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing now from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Touchdown, Orlando. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and his guys will go up by 7.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
Here's McLaughlin now. That's the score. He'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion. On 2nd down, it's Benson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
On the handoff, this is Benson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give. Here's Benson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 9.
It's a gain of a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Howard. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. That one, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. Now it's going to be 3rd down. He'll drop the throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 12. First down.
On the toss, they go with Benson. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Howard now to throw it here on second down. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First down, Chicago.
A run with Benson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. On the ground, Benson begins the 4th quarter. And he will get into the end zone. Trey Benson, touchdown Chicago. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. He's turned a number of those into big plays. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The visitors' offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll throw on first down with Howard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. 2nd down, it's Howard. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion. They run out of the gun with Benson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down, Chicago.
Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Again, it's Benson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the gun, it's Howard. They'll look underneath here to Benson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
9 yards. First down, Chicago.
To throw is Howard. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On second down, Howard. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
6 yards. And it's
Third and long. Here's Howard. Rolling right. He'll try to run for it. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
To the air. Howard. They'll try to hit him with it. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this one is recovered by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Drive will start on the ground. And he managed to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got Likely over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Quick throw, taken in. There's no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
Back
and
to throw. He'll step up and run this. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
2-yard line.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're first and 10 up at the 42. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll just bite the bullet. Just throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. He'll step up and run, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, it is 2nd and a yard. They'll run. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a big one. This third down. White. And they'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll run here. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
One man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. And he's gonna go backwards again. The defense coming up big. Forcing fourth down.
3-yard loss on play. It's fourth down.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So we get to a pressure kick. And here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.